Nelco Limited, AGM and dividend, the 22nd of June 2023. Ajmera Realty and Infra India Limited, recommended final dividend of 3 rupees. Kirloskar Brothers Limited, recommended dividend of 4.50 rupees. Alkyl Chemicals Limited, recommended final dividend of 10 rupees. Dr. Lal Path Labs Limited, recommended final dividend of 6 rupees. Asian Paints Limited, recommended payment of dividend of 21.25 rupees, the 9th of June 2023. DCW Limited, recommended payment of final dividend of 0.30 rupees. Inani Marbles and Industries Limited, to recommend dividend, 20/5. Rights Limited, to recommend final dividend, 18/5. Insol Hydropower and Manganese Limited, declaration of 4th interim dividend on 8% on cumulative preference share. BHARTI Ethyl Limited, consider recommendation of dividend, 16/5. Pradeep Metals Limited, recommended final dividend of 1 rupees, the 27th of July 2023. Risharoop Limited, recommended dividend of 1.50 rupees. Bharat Seats Limited, recommended dividend of 1.40 rupees. Shankara Building Products Limited, AGM and dividend, the 22nd of June 2023. Resonance Specialties Limited, declared dividend of 1 rupees for approval at AGM. Bosch Limited, AGM and dividend, the 14th of July 2023. Eicher Motors Limited, recommended final dividend of 37 rupees. Bank of Maharashtra, change in record date for dividend from 2/6, the 23rd of May 2023. Zensa Technologies Limited, recommendation of final dividend of 3.50 rupees. Newland Laboratories Limited, AGM and dividend. Insoya Limited, cut-off date for voting rights, the 12th of May 2023. Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited, recommended dividend of 1.50 rupees. BLS International Services Limited, recommended final dividend of 0.25 rupees. Bliss GVS Pharma Limited, recommended final dividend of 0.50 rupees. PDS Limited, recommended final dividend of 2.60 rupees. AGM and dividend, the 24th of July 2023. National Plastic Technologies Limited, recommended final dividend of 1 rupees. Intellect Design Arena Limited, recommended final dividend of 2.50 rupees. Cabra Extrusion Technique Limited, recommended dividend of 3.50 rupees, the 14th of July 2023. SKF India Limited, to consider dividend, 17/5. Smriti Organics Limited, to recommend dividend, 20/5. Oriental Carbon and Chemicals Limited, consider recommendation of final dividend, 19/5. Steelcast Limited, recommendation of final dividend, 23/5. PPAP Automotive Limited, recommendation of final dividend, 19/5. Hindustan Copper Limited, recommend dividend, 19/5. Albert David Limited, consider recommendation of dividend, 19/5. Tamboli Capital Limited, recommended dividend of 1 rupees. Indraprastha Medical Corp Limited, to recommend dividend, 23/5. Multi Commodity Exchange of India Limited, To recommend dividend 20/5. Aditya Birla Capital Limited. Approved fundraising. Sjvn Small Finance Bank Limited. Recommended final dividend of 0.50 rupees. V-Guard Industries Limited. To recommend final dividend of 30/5. Indigo Paints Limited. To recommend dividend 26/5. Nossal Limited. Recommend payment of dividend 29/5. XPRO India Limited. Consider dividend 22/5. Sun Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Recommend final dividend 26/5. CGVAC Software and Exports Limited. To recommend dividend 22/5. Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited. To recommend final dividend 29/5. Paysalo Digital Limited. Recommended final dividend of 0.10 rupees. Lakshmi Automatic Loom Works Limited. Recommending dividend 25/5. Quest Capital Markets Limited. To recommend dividend 19/5. Donier Industries Limited. To consider final dividend 20/5. Aditya Vision Limited. To recommend dividend 19/5. Apollo Hospitals Enterprise Limited. Recommendation of final dividend 30/5. Sima SGS Technology Limited. To recommend dividend 18/5. EPL Limited. To consider final dividend 19/5. SMC Global Securities Limited. Recommendation of final dividend 18/5. Pi Industries Limited. Recommending final dividend 18/5. Russell India Limited. To recommend dividend 27/5. Deepak Nitrite Limited. Recommended dividend of 7.50 rupees. Everest Industries Limited. Recommended final dividend of 6 rupees. Share India Securities Limited. Recommendation of final dividend 19/5. The Anup Engineering Limited. To consider dividend on equity shares 17/5. Mangalam Industrial Finance Limited. To recommend dividend 25/5. Camban Chemicals Limited. To recommend declaration of dividend 20/5. Sharda Motor Industries Limited. To consider dividend 18/5. Anna Pharma Limited. To consider final dividend 19/5. Sycogen India Limited. To consider equity dividend 22/5. West Coast Paper Mills Limited. To recommend dividend 19/5. SJVN Limited. To recommend final dividend 22/5. Bhakti Gems and Jewelry Limited. Rights issue of 12 rupees in the ratio of 1:2. The 31st of May 2023. Moil Limited. To consider final dividend 25/5. Bandhan Bank Limited. To consider dividend 19/5. Nilkamal Limited. To recommend final dividend 20/5. Century Inca Limited. To consider dividend 18/5. Jindal Steel and Power Limited. To recommend payment of final dividend 16/5. Gujarat State Petronet Limited. Recommended dividend of 5 rupees. Uniabux Alloy Products Limited. To consider dividend 22/5. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. To recommend final dividend 26/5. City Union Bank Limited. To recommend dividend 26/5. Arvind Smart Spaces Limited. To recommend dividend 19/5. Pitti Engineering Limited. To recommend final dividend 29/5. Sansara Engineering Limited. To consider dividend 22/5. JK Lakshmi Cement Limited. To consider dividend 19/5. Artech Salonix Limited. Recommended dividend of 0.50 rupees. Vijay Diagnostic Center Limited. To recommend dividend 29/5. DJ Media Print and Logistics Limited. To recommend dividend 18/5. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you like, subscribe, press the bell icon and never miss an update. Share and comment your thoughts on the comment section. And stay tuned with Corporate Actions India.